Okay, let's rock and roll. So who do we have?
This is Naeem Sayed.
Okay, Naeem, and where are you from again?
I'm from London, England.
Excellent. Well, thanks for giving me a call. And I noticed you were watching my YouTube
Yeah, my
videos.
pleasure. Yes, I was actually. This is actually from 2011. I wasn't sure you were going to reply, but that was quite quick.
Oh, yeah.
You got back to me in like 10 minutes.
Well, that's what I like to do. I like to put my
Yeah.
phone number out, and I like talking to people, especially since you're calling from London. Let's go ahead and, tell me what you were thinking and why'd you give me a call? What's on your mind?
hmm Yeah, I mean, this is something new completely. When you on the video you mentioned about buying notes directly from banks,
Exactly.
and you mentioned you've got some relationships built up with some investors who has 50 million, 20, 25 million to spend,
Well,
and you're working with them. That's very impressive.
Well, let me
Just
let
want
me
to
let
know
me let me
more.
clear that up first.
Yeah,
Again, you did say that was 2011, so we're in 2019 now. Those
yeah,
relationships I had, I no longer have.
yeah.
Okay, so I just want to be crystal clear
Okay,
there. If
sure.
you if you're calling me because you're trying to get those relationships on your side, you're gonna have to go out and build them on your own. But as far as the note buying business,
Mm,
one of my
yeah.
my most recent deals is one of my students made 1.3 million using the same strategy that you're talking
Wow.
about buying from banks. He bought he was a commercial building that he was interested in, so he contacted the bank, and the bank said they couldn't sell the
hmm
building. So they said, but we can sell
Mm,
the note. And so he didn't know what the note language is all about. First thing he did was went to the internet, pretty much similar to you, and he found me and he called me and I trained him over the weekend. And he actually went in and went to the
wow.
bank on Tuesday. They wanted $300,000
hmm
for the note on this commercial building, and he ended up buying it for $120,000. And as soon as he signed that signature, he made $1.2 million on that deal. So if you're interested in no business, it
Wow.
still is the same. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy.
That's pretty
Yeah.
interesting, but the thing of it is, you got to understand the note business,
Mm,
and you got to have pretty good timing. So, you mentioned that you're involved in real estate
hmm
in the United States. What are you doing in the United States as far as real estate concerned?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm working in three different areas. I'm trying to put together some wholesaling deals.
Hmm.
So just simple single-family homes, and I'm putting together an apartment building syndication
Oh,
in Florida.
okay.
There's a few more I'm looking at, so I need to get some more investors on those. So I'm mainly on sort of raising capital side on those.
How many units you
And
looking at
then
apartments?
so the one that's already under contract, that's 81 units.
Hmm.
And yeah, so we're syndicating 2.25 on that one.
2.25 with
And
81 doors.
hmm
Okay.
yeah,
You got any
no, the
idea?
actual purchase price is 5.5 million
Okay, 5.5 million.
for 81 doors. It's about 64,000. I think it works out to per
Okay.
door,
Are you
which is
gonna
pretty
do?
good for Tampa.
Are you gonna do any rehab on that and get it in top condition, raise the rents or anything, or what's your exit strategy?
Yeah, yeah. So it's a value add deal.
Okay.
So the rents are a bit below market value. We'll raise the rent. There's some light renovation works we can do,
Yep.
and it's in an area where there's a lot of new businesses coming up where they will need a lot of rentals, and the general category of tenants should go up as a result.
Okay.
So within the next sort of 5-7 years, the plan is to get out at a
So you're
better
probably going to
rent.
sell in 5 to 7. Is that correct?
hmm
All
Yes,
right, good. I
exactly.
appreciate you sharing that with me. So
Mm.
you're an experienced, I would say you're an
Yeah, of
advanced
course.
real estate investor, and you happen to see me on the internet and thought that, hey, what I do may help you probably
Mm.
make more money. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's very interesting, I think. And the thing is, my main focus is on building relationships with people who has capital, big capital.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you had that relationship with the company or the individual where involved in the 50 million project kind of shows that you've already broken through that barrier, and that's the barrier I'm still trying to work on. I'm not saying that particular investment is of my interest. Just in general, being able to communicate at that level to investors and getting them on board on your thought process and projects is what I'm trying to work out, that process. So I'm networking, meeting a lot of people, but understanding how to get through. That's the key.
So you don't have that skill level yet, but that's what you're trying to improve on, is how to build the relationships, how to get the capital.
Exactly.
How to do presentations, possibly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Now, there was a third thing
I'm
also.
into, like, family offices.
Yeah. There was a third thing.
And
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Obviously for real estate, the third thing I was doing is, because I'm not a U.S. citizen or resident, I have no credit file or anything, or social security number, anything there. Mm-hmm. So I've started partnering up with an individual who has no experience in real estate, but he wants to get out of the usual job, and he's got a good credit profile.
Okay.
So I'm setting up an LLC with him to do fix and flip projects from no money down. So we'll raise some capital as loans and as business credits, and then use those for doing some bridge finance for fix and flip projects, and build that up from the ground as a.
Okay. And you know what I didn't do is what time is it there in London? That way I know what kind of time frame. Right? I know it's 7:13 p.m. here in California.
It's much later. It's about 2 a.m. here. But,
it's 2 o'clock in the morning?
Following the Eastern time. Because I've been doing a lot of flying back and forth to the U.S. And I kind of took it to the extreme 2 weeks ago when I did 3 zones in a span of 48 hours. So I did San Francisco, New York, and London. And since then, my body's just given up, and now I'm leaving Eastern time. Yeah,
that seems kind of, that's a lot of motivation for you to be calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning, man. Watching videos, too.
You're not 2 a.m., so, as long as you don't mind.
Hey, well, thanks anyway. Okay, so let's get down to it. And I appreciate you sharing with me, your experience, your story. Mm-hmm. I'm always honored when people call me, especially from seeing my videos. So I have a coaching program. Are you interested in a coaching program so that I can take you further, or were you just calling to get a little information from me about what I do and see if we're a good fit?
No, definitely. Yeah, tell me.
Okay,
me about
I've got 2 coaching programs. I really have more, but I'm limited because number one, I have a program that's $700. It's 1 year, and I train you Monday through Friday. I give you all the training material. I teach you about the note business, the house business. I'll give you presentations, flow charts, spreadsheets. I've got software. And all this stuff will help you, especially when you start doing your presentations, because people want to see numbers on paper. Okay? It's one thing to talk about it on phone, but it's nice to have it on paper, some kind of like a pro forma. And the other thing is we're going to end up, making videos so that you can make videos in London that reach the United States for, capital, for investors, whatever it may be you're looking for. I'll train you on how to do that also. Now, my second program is $2,995, and that's where you can come to Sacramento for 3 days. I'll work with you one-on-one, and we'll sit down and do real estate and try to build a customized program to what you're trying to accomplish. Okay? Let's take, for example, you might end up getting a multifamily apartment complex, something along those lines, from the bank at a discount. And if you can develop the relationship, get the funds, you'll get a great buy. Maybe there's some property here in the United States that the bank's trying to get rid of, and it has units, and the owner's not making payments. I do understand with note buying, because one of my previous students had done this before. Anytime that the homeowners or the owner of the apartment complex is not making payments, then the note holder has the right to go in and collect the rents. So, there's some uniqueness about multifamily and apartments. And when you get into the note space, it creates, some opportunities for you. Now, I did have another program that was $4,995, where I'll come to London, but I don't think I'll be able to pull that off. So usually for $49.95, I'll go to someone else's, city, state, and work with them 3 days there. But I don't think I'll be getting on a plane coming to London. Yeah.
No, why not? You're welcome to. London's getting better.
Hey, that's
not like California yet, but we've got a bit of a
yeah, that's a foreign country, man. That's
weather for you.
That's like going to Russia or China.
Well, yeah, with the Brexit and all that stuff going on,
yeah. I would definitely need an escort, man. As soon as that plane landed, I'd expect to see you there, taking me everywhere I need to go, so I don't get lost.
That's fine. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Come over.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I've never had that offer yet, so I'm honored. Thank you. So, with that being said, those are my programs. I don't know, I know I can help you of some sort because I got about 38 years experience. If it's something that interests you, let's talk about it further. And if not, hopefully I've given you a little insight to, what I do, and maybe at some other time it might be something we can work together on. So did either one of those programs work for you?
It sounds quite interesting. So I'm trying to understand. So basically, you're saying the $700 program, you give access to a whole bunch of materials that I can follow.
Yes, I do all the training with you.
Access you over the phone.
Yep, I do that one-on-one.
And is the training? Oh, that's one-on-one. Okay.
That's one-on-one.
You have like weekly calls or something, and you go through things.
Yes, what I do is I give you the material. I don't give all the material at one time. I have to take you through the process, and I'll work with you. We'll do role playing. I'll ask you a lot of questions to make sure you understand the numbers, the process, and we progress at each level. See, I have an app that I developed. I developed some software, and I will teach you formulas. In this app, you go in and you practice buying and selling houses. And then once you become really good, then I bring you on the phone, and then I give you a quiz to make sure you are understanding the materials. So that's the way my training works. And it's basically, Monday through Friday. I get Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays off with the $700 program.
Oh, I see. So literally every day we'll have a coaching.
Well, we won't do every day, but we'll practice a few times during the week. Because some of that time I'm gonna give you an assignment. It's going to take you a little time to do that assignment and practice, and then once you've become pretty good at it, then we get back on the phone. So yeah, we do quite a bit. That's the only way I can be successful at this. I got to make sure you understand it and send you through spreadsheets and processes so that you become an expert at it.
Okay, interesting. And what about the fact that I'm not a U.S. resident?
It doesn't matter. The reason why is because we got these smartphones that we're on right now. It almost is like if you're sitting right next to me. So you can be anywhere in the country. I've had students in Canada. I've had students all over the United States. So being in London is nothing major. You just got to decide how you want to do the business. See, it's going to be up to you to do the business. And if you can make phone calls to me, I'm pretty sure you can make phone calls to banks, investors, and do the same business that you're already doing. So you're just going to add some new tools to your repertoire.
Okay, so you're saying actually we can approach banks even through the phone. It doesn't.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I do. Approach them through the phone. So I don't know if it can be done in London. I would love for you to try it. That way, if it works, I can expand my territory. But I know.
Yeah, I mean, London is the size of one state in the U.S. or the whole of the U.K.
Yeah, and I know it's expensive as heck. I've watched TV shows, and London is an expensive place.
Yeah, it is. But I tell you this, San Francisco is probably more expensive.
Wow. Thanks for putting some perspective on it.
I had a haircut done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a haircut done. It cost me $105.
But I know you're looking good, right? You're looking good.
I don't know. I mean, it's just to tell you the truth, that's the most expensive haircut I had in my life. Yeah.
Hey, great story. Great story.
Yeah.
So, you know what? The Bay Area is pretty. I've invested in the Bay Area, so I do understand it. But the thing of it is, you can do real estate anywhere. So you just got to build the system that works for you. Take the information I'm giving you. I'm going to help you 100%, and let's see if we can make it happen. So. Now, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living to be in London?
Yeah, well, I'm doing software at the moment.
Oh, wow!
I've been doing software for about 20 years now.
You're a software developer?
Yeah. So I've solved a lot of business problems using software for large companies and government bodies. So I got to the point where I understand their business now more than the business people understand the business.
Oh yeah, definitely. Have you developed software for yourself?
With a technical solution. I did from time to time, but I just find it quite long-winded. I mean, I can manage a software project. I can get programmers in, manage it. But there was a time where I could spend day and night working on building a software. But now I'm more like, okay, because I've been more exposed to the businesses and the business processes, I feel like I'm missing out something here. I need to start focusing on
the biz side. Well, you're gonna love what we do because I'm very analytical. I'm very cerebral. I love numbers. So whatever we develop, you're definitely going to be able to develop a program or some software so that can be duplicated and makes the process easier for you as we move along. Looking forward to that also.
Okay.
All right. So does that $700 program work for you?
So the other question I had on that is so when you're talking about getting proof of funds and all that, so do you actually help also figuring out who to go and who to approach and how to get that sorted?
Definitely.
Or how does it work?
Definitely. I'm going to I'm going to show you how to do your presentations. Okay. How to get in front of people and give them spreadsheets, how to walk through the deal. I'm going to give you PowerPoint presentations and handouts. So you're going to practice so that you get better at that. That is something I do. Now, as far as approaching investors, people with 401ks, people that want to place their money in the market, you'll definitely have that training.
Oh, nice. Okay, so so I'll know where to go, what kind of events to go, and
you'll have your own events. You'll have these luncheons or dinners. You'll invite people over, and you'll just talk about the real estate opportunities that you have, that you will be getting. So most definitely. Okay,
that sounds pretty good. And what would be the difference with the 3-day program? So obviously I'll go there and spend 3 days.
Yeah, the 3-day program is my chance to work with you on a one-on-one basis. And me and you can spend, 8 hours, 10 hours a day just working through your process. And then when you go back home, wherever that may be, then you get unlimited training. You get 7 days a week training. You get holidays, Christmas, New Year's. Anytime I see your phone pop up, your number pop up on my phone, I'm answering the phone. And it's for someone that's kind of serious about real estate. The $700 program is somebody that's just kind of, they're trying to figure it out. But if you're a go-getter, you're hungry, this is what you want to do, and you need somebody to bounce ideas off all the time, nonstop, then that's why you would want to do the $2,995 program. I call it two different ways here. The $700 program, I call it a Volkswagen. The Volkswagen to get you there. It's a nice form of transportation. The $2,995, that's the Mercedes. And basically what it comes down to is what you have in your wallet. A lot of people say, well, I love to drive the Mercedes, but I ain't got the money. Well, it basically comes down to your desire, your drive, your ambition, and what you got in the wallet. So those are my two programs.
Okay.
All right,
And
either one of those work. Because what we're going to do,
from your students.
I'm probably going to stop the recording at this point. But whether you decide to do either one, it doesn't matter. Sure. But I think we just about covered. Before I do stop the recording, is there anything else you want to talk to me about? I really appreciate you calling me from London. It's exciting to talk to you. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Well, I mean, I just wanted to ask what sort of results the students have been getting.
Well, when you talk about results, I gave you one earlier.
At least. Yeah.
I gave you one earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
1.3 million, and I don't know of anybody else that can deliver results like that. Now, I'm not saying you're going to make 1.3 million, but the information that I have. One of my students made 1.3 million. Another student made $400,000 on one deal. She increased her net worth 1.5 million. Now, I know for a fact I've been in real estate 38 years. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be in business. What I can't control is what you're going to do with the information that I give you. See, so you want to know what the results are for past students. I'm going to tell you what the results have been for probably 99% of the people I teach. They quit. At some point, they quit. They either decide they want to go do something else with real estate, or they don't do anything with it, or what happens is maybe they don't have the money. So when I teach them how to go out and do presentations, they tell me, hey, Terry, I'm shy. I'm bashful. I don't like being in front of people. Well, if you have no capital and you need capital and you're not willing to get in front of people to talk about real estate, then it's going to be pretty hard for you to be successful, right?
That will be hard.
Yeah, and then a lot of people say, well, you know what? I've got kids. My kids go to soccer, football, baseball, karate, and then I go to work 10 hours a day. And I'm like, okay, how much time did you put in on real estate? Well, I can't do real estate till the weekend. So if I knew for a fact what you would do, then I could probably give some kind of guarantee or give you some better idea. All I know is that I'm involved 100%. I'll be here to back you up. I'll be here to teach you. It's up to you to put your foot on the gas pedal of the Mercedes or the Volkswagen and go. I'm your GPS. It's up to you. Okay? And if you hit it hard, we're going to see results. If you play with it, who knows what's going to happen.
Okay.
And that's the truth. If anybody can tell you they can guarantee your results, they're telling you a lie. Nobody can guarantee your results.
Yeah, of course,
I'm just here for support. And if you go on the internet and if you type my name, you only see one person that talks bad about me. Everybody else says, hey, he answers his phone. He's there to support you. And that's, what they want. They want a coach that's going to help them, an experienced coach, teach them and show them how to make real estate, make money.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. I did see that comment actually earlier. That you answer your phone and then you actually did answer the phone.
Well, you know why? I answer because I back up what I say. Good. I'm not hiding behind a website. I want to work with you one-on-one because that's the only way I can make you successful. I can give all this stuff to you. You wouldn't figure it out because it's complicated. You need my guidance. I want to make sure you're going right also. I don't want you going the wrong direction and, throw all your money away. I want to make sure you get your money's worth and more. Okay. And I want to make sure you're successful because if you're successful, I'm going to brag about you, just like my student with the 1.3 million. And once we hang up on the conversation, I'm going to text you that video so you can listen to it yourself also.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So either one of those programs work for you? You interested in either one? And if you are, I'm going to stop the recording and then me and you can continue our call. So either one of those you interested in?
Let's stop the recording and then continue the conversation.
Which program are you interested in, just out of curiosity, before I stop the recording?
So, here's the thing. The Mercedes is definitely interesting, but for me, there's some practicalities to sort out because I need to get myself there.
Yeah, I understand. Well, hold on 1 second. I'm going to stop the recording. I really appreciate you letting me record it so I can share it with my listeners. Again, I'm so excited. Someone has called me from London about my coaching program, seen my videos on YouTube. How many of my videos did you watch?
Just one. Just one.
Just one. That's all it took. I got 200 and
I just bumped into you and I saw your number down there. Okay, that's it.
Man, that's powerful. I got 235 videos up there. You watched one and you was hooked and decided to call me.
Wow.
Okay.